Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I do want to start this video by saying I'm sorry if you hear any dog noises in the background. For whatever reason, whenever I want to film, my dogs want to be right there. I apologize for that. See? Case in point. It is amazing that after all of the decluttering that I've been doing, I still had enough stuff to do the minimalism game. For those of you who are not familiar with the minimalism game, I believe it was created by the minimalists. What you do is you get a buddy to compete with you and you see who can last the longest. You declutter every day for 30 days. On day 1, you declutter 1 item. On day 2, you declutter 2 items, and so on until you get to day 30, you would have decluttered a total of 465 items. Now, some of the rules are that you're supposed to take what you declutter that day and get it out of your house by midnight that day. I did not do that. That's too many runs to the thrift store. It just wasn't sustainable for me. Plus, I wanted to kind of save my stuff till the end of the video so that you can see the amount of stuff that I decluttered, and it gives me kind of a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. And since you're supposed to declutter something every single day, I technically didn't follow that rule either because I got busy with work on some of the weekdays. So what I would do is on the weekends or other days that I wasn't quite as busy, I would double up on my decluttering. So some of the stuff was recorded on the same day for multiple days, if that makes sense. Anyway, I think that you get the gist of it. So let's get right into the decluttering, shall we? This is day 1. We're gonna get rid of our first item. This calendar has served us well, however, it is getting rusty. So this is going bye-bye. And this is day 2. I was going through my office supplies. This is stickers to put in your organizers, and then I had an empty thing of post-it flags. For day 3, I am getting rid of these 3 things. This was to a food chopper device, and I actually used this part as a soap holder, especially when I would travel, because my bars of soap would always slide off surfaces. So I'm no longer using it because I have a container kind of like this that holds my soap. This was for a mouth guard that I'm not using, and this actually my sister gave to me. She gave me 2 and I only needed 1, so that can go as well. For day 4, I am getting rid of these 4 containers. For day 5, I have 5 containers of medicine here that I'm not using and they have expired. This is what we've got for day 6. Some blow dryer attachments and old makeup and lip gloss. For day 7, I have an auriculotherapy kit, an empty roll-on essential oil bottle, these command strip hanging hook things, some cards about gemstones or something, and some really old room spray that doesn't smell good anymore. For day 8, I have 8 nail polishes. Well, some of them are things to help your nails grow or be healthy, but they're so old, so I'm gonna let them go. And for day 9, we have some random first aid type of stuff, some desiccant packets, and an empty Ziploc bag. For day 10, we have 4 picture frames, an empty container, some stencils. There's actually 4 stencils in here, but I'll count this as one thing. This thing that holds tweezers and such, a pair of scissors, some plastic straws. Yes, I used to have plastic straws back in the day. I used to use them before my zero waste journey, and then when I went zero waste and got metal straws, I used these for some art projects, but I no longer do that type of art. They've just been sitting here out of guilt. And then I have this squeegee for a shower that I no longer need.
Sorry, that came out weird.
And then for day 11, we have 7 gift wrap things, that face roller, some sweetgrass, some more stuff for gifts, it's like stuffing or whatever, and then this container that I've debated getting rid of many times, and I'm finally doing it. And I don't know why I feel the need to say this, but this, I didn't order this. I've never used one of these. Somebody ordered it on Amazon and it came to our house, and I tried to return it, but the post office wouldn't take it because it came from Amazon. So This is just gonna get donated. Hopefully somebody will put it to use. So I'm gonna keep both of these that my friend gave me. I don't know, I'm torn though because this is a lot of makeup for somebody who very, very rarely wears makeup. I took the makeup out of here and most of it out of here, this one that was used, and I condensed it into here. Maybe this could be used to hold colored pencils. We'll see what I do with that. For day 12, we have some more miscellaneous bathroom stuff, makeup, hair, accessories, razors, body scrubbers, just a bag of candy, and we are not eating it. Let's see what we've got going on in here. Receipts, cough drop wrapper, some lotion, which probably shouldn't stay out here because it's really hot. More lotion, which is liquefied, gross. I think some of the lotion might have leaked in there. Great. More receipts, air freshener, more receipts. My sunglass case, an eyeglass case, another receipt. So I'm decluttering these 3 eyeglass cases. These 2 have glasses in them. I'm gonna donate these to my doctor's office because they give these to people, I believe, in developing countries that can't afford prescription glasses. So those are going to a good use. So anyway, these 3 plus 10 pieces of trash. Here's day 14. I am getting rid of 9 pieces of jewelry, safety pins in a baggie, and then a bunch of earring backs, a door hook, this bag that my mother so kindly gave to me, and I think it's really cool, but I just don't see me using it. A little Arizona piggy bank. I might keep the baggies because I reuse them for gifts and things, but the jewelry that's in them, I'm gonna say goodbye to. For day 15, we have a picture frame, 4 pieces of art, that container, this lampshade part, eye makeup pencils. I decluttered some in a previous video. These are not the same ones, these are additional ones. A straw that my honey brought home from his takeout, my glass plate, and then 2 plastic containers that I used to use to hold my art stuff in, like pencils and pens and stuff. And here is day 16. We've got this juicer. Yep, just not using it, so gonna get rid of that. We have a different knife sharpener that we like better than this one, so we're gonna let that go. Wine opener, some expired ginger beer, some expired maple syrup, salsa packet, and then all of these little scoops and spoons and things. For day 17, I am decluttering 17 paints. These are acrylic paints that are super old. I can't even open some of them because they're basically glued shut, so these gotta go. 18 pencils for day 18. Okay, I lied. I'm not gonna just declutter 18 pencils. We'll count that as one item. Item number 2 are these sheets that my dogs just ripped a big hole in. Item 3 is going to be this drawer thing that my arts and crafts supplies used to sit in, but it's really hard to get the drawers open and closed. One of the wheels is coming off. It just sucks. I hate plastic drawer things like this. It needs to stop. For number 4, this pillowcase bag, just a pillow bag, sorry. I also have 2 hangers, 3 zip seal bags, another jar, surprise, surprise. In our pantry, we had these red pepper flakes and Parmesan cheese packets that we are not gonna eat. And then these blind dusters, which are a good idea in theory, but yeah, they don't really function the way that we want them to. It just kind of pushes dust to the side of the blind. We have 2 bags that sheet sets came in, really old, dried out super glue. These keyring things, a pair of sweatpants that I no longer wear, and then you guys might recognize this. This is a shelf that I was using to hold my plants on, but it actually used to be one of those things that goes over the toilet. Weird. It's rickety and all these little parts here need to be dusted. It's just too much to maintain, so I am going to let this go. So there's the 18 items for day 18. For day 19, I have 5 pairs of unmentionables that I'm going to have blurred out over there. I have an old journal, tongue depressors that I had to get for a project in my kitchen, and I don't need 100 though. So the rest of these are going to my goddaughter's school for some arts and crafts projects. We have some tea lights, a shoestring, a handle to a clutch or a purse, a belt, our old IKEA utensil holder, this Blue Land spray bottle. I still use Blue Land cleaner, but the spray bottle sucks. This expired stuff, this glass and metal jar, expired skin shield, a sports bra that is so old that when I was putting it on, the elastic was dried out and I could hear it crinkling. An old purse that's too small for all the stuff that I lug around, and then some slippers that no matter what I do, I cannot get the dog hair out of them. They just are a hair and dirt magnet, and I feel gross when I wear them, so I'm gonna let those go. So I'm in the process of cleaning up all of this stuff, and I'm like, oh, can I recycle this? Their containers are not even recyclable. There's no recycle symbol on them. It just says made in China. So if they're gonna make plastic containers to refill their forever containers, you'd think that they would make them recyclable, considering that they are technically a disposable item. Yeah, just saying. For day 20, we are getting rid of a bunch of sponges, a bag that those stayed in, a little brush thing, some syringes, and then containers that I kept some of those things in. For day 21, we are getting rid of 8 paintbrushes, 4 skewers, and 9 palette knives. I know that this is more than 22 items. We've got 22 pieces of ribbon. We've got an old starter for my car, wrenches, battery tester, some charger for something Black & Decker. Old eye drops that have no cap and are very dusty, so I would not recommend using these. Drill bits, sockets, an empty tool case for something, and this towel that they are on. So we'll just pretend that this is 22 things. Yeah? Guys, it is 4:30 in the morning. I've been up since 3:30, can't sleep. I'm so tired. And I decided I was gonna put some dishes away, and I was struggling to get all my jars to fit in my cabinet. So I think I have to let some of these go. So this is everything that came out of the cabinet up there off those 2 shelves. The thing is, I have 12 more jars between my fridge and my freezer, and I have some in a different cabinet that I'm saving for canning. I was thinking later on today, because it's too early now, I will text my honey vendor and ask her if she would use these. I have these miscellaneous wide mouth jars that were reused, but the problem is that the lids are starting to get rusty. So it's probably not good to be putting my wet food in here. I also forgot to mention that these plastic lids that came with these yogurt jars, I'm gonna keep these, and I'm putting them on my mason jars while I'm using them for just regular leftover food storage. And then when I want to do canning with them, I'll just use a canning lid. Okay, for day 23, I have 7 jars here that I'm donating to my honey lady. I did reach out to her. She did say that she wants those. And then I've got these 5 jars in here. And then I've got a bunch of these rings here. This all adds up to 23 items. For day 24, we have 13 picture mats, 2 decks of cards, an atlas, a plastic container, dried out sculpting medium, paint set inserts, and 5 magazines. And then here is day 25. We've got this bag that I had planned on reusing to send something back in. I don't have anything specifically I was planning on sending back. I was just holding it in case I needed to send something back. I'm gonna get rid of that old ass paint that was here when we moved in. Old paint, old paint. This broke off our door thanks to our dog. Toothpick case. These are spray bottle caps. These have just been sitting in a bag for years. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 glass cleaning cloths or electronic cleaning cloths. You know, the microfiber things that you use on your glasses.
Yes, we know.
2 bags that you wash your bras in. I never use those. A shirt, a pair of sweatpants that suck, a brush that was given to me, never used it because I already have one, broken comb, another comb that works fine but never use it, some old medicine, it's just ribbon and a tag. Don't need to explain much more. And then I'll count this as 1 item, all these paint samples. All right, we're in the hot mess of a garage, which actually is getting better. Don't mind the collapsed shelf, we need to fix that. But down here in our cabinet, we have a bunch of old paint from the previous owners of the house. And then my honey has a beer making kit, which he just semi-reluctantly agreed to let go of. I'm afraid I pressured him into it, but he said it's fine because we don't drink. What's that?
I forgot I had it.
And neither of us drink. And if he does drink, it's not beer. So he just thought it'd be a fun male version of arts and crafts. I don't know. But it's not happening. And if he one day really decides that he just really wants to make beer, I'll just buy him another kit. But this has been sitting here for 9 years.
That probably won't happen.
Collecting dust. And like he just said, it's probably not going to happen. He's probably never going to make the beer. Okay. And then we've got a bunch of old paint. I took a photo of 1 can of paint that I just had to take to Home Depot to get color matched. And the inside was horrendous. I've never seen paint so bad before. These ones that aren't even labeled, should I just toss them?
I really don't care what happens today.
Oh, this is baseboards and doors.
There you go.
But it's not, like, there's no way for them to match it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna toss it.
And don't toss the paint when you gotta do the hazardous on.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But I'm decluttering it, I should say. Purple, we don't need purple. This brand does not exist anymore. Well, Glidden does, but they don't make Evermore anymore. This orange paint is from the thing that you did outside. We do want that.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is. Do you think this paint's any good?
What is it for? Alright, sun noises.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta put that in. Not sun noises.
So that's all that's left. Some tiles, 3 things of paint that we got for our projects. Our paintbrushes, paint stuff, and light bulbs. This is what we're decluttering. Beer making stuff, paint, glass bowl, and then all of these paints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I feel like I could count all of these as individual things.
You make up your mind right now.
But I just don't even want to mess with it. I just want to get rid of it. Is it weird that I counted that and that as 2 separate things? Because they're both part of the beer making kit. Maybe it should be counted as one thing.
For God's sake, make up your mind.
Or I count all of it individually.
You know, it's really getting annoying.
Maybe I should just count it as one thing. Okay, so we decided that the stuff in the garage, the paints, the beer making kit, all of that, we're going to count as 18 items rather than 19. So all of that stuff plus all of this stuff that my boyfriend had is going to equal up to 26 items. So we will count all of that for day 26. I wanted to add just a little story time here, okay? Story time break. When my boyfriend was taking the beer making kit to the donation center, the assistant there gave him a very suspicious look and was like, what is that? And my boyfriend explained to him that it was a beer making kit. The attendant looked relieved and then said that he thought that maybe we had some kind of lab happening. You know, maybe these were devices for a lab of the Breaking Bad sort. So he was relieved that it wasn't that, it was nothing nefarious, and he actually thought it was pretty cool and wanted to keep it for himself. For day 27, we have those 2 mice, a paper clip little tray thing, 12 pieces of mail, 2 erasers, a USB drive, a button, a microfiber cloth, a bunch of business cards, which I'm going to count as one item, these plantable pencils, these 4 pens that we just don't really care for, and then these 4 are dried out and are going to the trash. While I was in the garage, I found a couple more junky things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll call that 6. And if my boyfriend lets me declutter it, this will be the 7th item. Since this doesn't work, I'm going to declutter this as well. So number 8. So those 8 things plus all of this equals 28 items. For day 29, we have many bathroom things. These 3 things are going to a friend. She's going to use those up. Some empty containers. This is a loofah with some soap in it, but like the soap is not coming out. We've got just empty containers, expired hair care products, expired mascara, like lotion and shampoo containers. And then this is a shower caddy. It has been falling off the wall. So yeah, that's what we got there. And for day 30, we've got all these items here. We have 20 cards, this nasty pillow that was ours once upon a time, but then my dog took it as her own and she just got it so dirty and gross, but she doesn't use it much anymore, so we're gonna throw that out. We have 2 boxes, and then we have a bag of these things that come with their dog food. If you scan the SQR code on it, I think you can get things with it, I don't know, products with it, and we don't use these. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm getting dirt everywhere, 5, 6 of these plastic plant water catcher things. So we're getting rid of those. So here's a look at everything that I decluttered for this challenge, except for the paint, because I don't want it ruining my carpet worse than it already is. So let's just pretend that it's here. I'm really pleased with the results of this declutter challenge. I feel freer and like I can think more clearly, if that makes sense. My eco guilt had me holding on to most of the stuff, but I'm not saving the world by keeping it in my home. And I can't believe I found over 465 things to get rid of, but somehow I get the feeling that I'm not done yet. So stay tuned to see if I have more decluttering content. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.